All right, got a little piece of cardboard here, and this is how I usually proceed with this. I need to mark out my extremities of where the pad needs to be. I always give myself a little bit of overhang. I'll pop little holes with this drill bit. So there's one of them, two of them. Yep, those marked them. So this one. Okay, those are my four corners. Used a big enough piece that I should be able to use appendages out and down to reach the various places that I need to go with this. That was the easy part. The hard part then is to visualize the shapes that these other things have to take. So one of them is right back in this direction. So I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to cut it like that. And I think I'm going to probably have to bring it out and then bend it up a little bit. And those two screws are going to be somewhere out in this area here. I don't know exactly where those will occur yet. But that's kind of what that appendage has got to look like. And I want continuous here. No cutsies there. The other, let's put it back over here. So somewhere in this area is a stud. So I'm going to give myself plenty of room off of that. The stud's there. And not quite the same level, but very similar level. There's one here and one back here about. So these are just a little bit different levels, so I might have to split this. I'm going to make a dotted line there. Might have to split that and bend one of them down and out and the other one down and out, but at a little bit different height. So we've got 1, 2 support points, 3 support points, and then there's going to be one back over here somewhere. And that is roughly in line with this right here. So I'll give that some room there. And just in case I do have to reach up to this one there, I'm gonna bring that out and over. All right, so this is no cut. Now this isn't gonna work if it comes over and up. We'll deal with that later. This I cut, this I do not cut. Before I cut these off, I just want to look one more time. Measure twice and cut once. So before I cut on this, I'm just going to look around and see if there's any more potential attachment points that I missed. And I'm going to take this measuring tape off my hip, off my waist or belt line so I don't scratch my car. And oh, what's this out? There looks like another empty threaded hole. Let me see, I think it's threaded. All right, I got a bolt to go into that hole. Take you and show you what I got. See if I can get that to focus down. And there you go. There's the focus. This one right here is a lot further inboard on the vehicle than this stud that I was going to use back here. So that'll give me a wider footprint on my supports on this side. Instead of this, I'll get something like that. I like that better. So I'm glad I didn't cut that yet. All right, so that's my rough cuts. I need to get this out of the way for the electric cords that go here and there. This one, that one looks like it's going to be pretty good. This one's going to go down. Oh, I gotta move inboard a ways. Okay, that one's not long enough. This one here, I didn't use a big enough piece of cardboard to start, so I need to tack on a little bit there. Looks like it's gonna fit. This one actually needs a notch out, like now this piece actually needs to come over here. I didn't eyeball that right. So what I'm going to do with that is just cut it off here. Tape it back on and a little bit to the north. That's where I wanted it. Yep. Here, I don't need all this extra over there, but I do need this one extended out. Okay, so we're getting close. And since I don't have enough hands to hold everything, sometimes I need a gorilla to hold the camera for me. So get this, take this off of here, and put it over on gorilla. All right, so let's walk through this, show you what I got. This is a roughly horizontal shelf, and this comes off of it on a slight upward angle, and then it goes over here to the two bolts on the firewall holding this harness bracket. This one goes down, and that'll be a couple of 90-degree bends rather than the curve it's showing now, and then it goes into this little bolt that we found earlier. The other one goes up here and it goes behind my wires, and then it will piggyback off of the same mounting bolt right there that I'm using to hold this other bracket. Then this other corner, I realized that I don't need to snake it down clear into that deep stud that's way down in there. All I have to do with that is make a short leg down here and then end it right about here, and then I can put a self-tapping screw into this. Yeah, that's an open space on the bracket that I made previously that's holding my circuit breakers. So that's an open spot there, and I know that there's nothing directly below that. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. This will sit right on that. I think that's going to be what we need right there. All right, so as ugly as that thing is, it serves the purpose of figuring out what the life of a underhood compressor might actually look like in this particular vehicle. And it's a whole lot easier to bend the cardboard and cut and duct tape until you get something roughed in than it is to start bending sheet metal right off the bat when you have really only a vague idea of what the shape of this has to be. The next step as I start to make the cuts on the metal. Thanks for watching. If this is helpful, either specifically to the FJ Cruiser or even just the process of how you go about fabricating a bracket to hold an accessory under the hood of a vehicle, then go ahead and like and subscribe. That's why we're here, is to help you figure out stuff by showing you or taking you along on the process as I figure out stuff. Like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. And take care until next time. We'll see you on the next video.